Semifinal number 2! You know what I actually just realized? I just realized that we had the entire time not only the Experian, but also the Nations Cup logo on the screen for these games. Oh, streamer with top-level production. I knew that I forgot to remove something. So yeah, these things were not part of the Nations Cup. So yeah, I'm sorry guys. That was not part of the Nations Cup, but I think you know that already. This is indeed the second semi-final at the Heroes Lounge Division 1 end-of-season tournament. We already went through a quarter and a semi-final. It took me that long to actually notice it, but here for semi-final number 2, I finally picked up on it. So let's go over the players real quickly. On the left, the Raiders with Master Chips on Hogger, Torjan on Muradin, we got Jayhard on Liming, Link on Brightwing, and Arian on Thrall. And over on the right side, Hanzo, played by Gaflo. We got Hunter Orc with Anduin, Limu playing Tracer, Uki is playing Diablo, and all the way up at the top, locked into a 1v1, we have Blaze, played by Sven. So it's actually so funny to me that we still had the logo up. You know, nobody mentioned that actually. We have the first video, the quarterfinals, already on YouTube. I casted all of that on Twitch too, and nobody has said anything. And now when I went into this game, I checked it out and I was just like, wait a second. Some of these logos should not be here. So yeah, either way, we are in semifinal number 2. It's another best of 5. Obviously, we had our first match already, and in the grand final, the Germans, they are waiting. But right wing goes down, so an early quick kill for Team Kayak, as they're slowly paddling their way into the early game. With Thrall, we have on level 1 the Trolling Thunder. Could have gone for Crash Lightning. He's part of the 4-man, so that's definitely something that would have been an option for them here. But hasn't really done any of this. Now, the action continues as they're coming in with another Storm Bolt. Oh, Muradin needs to be very careful. The camp, they took it, but they paid a price. So there's the kill. Muradin goes down. Camp is at least taken. So good for him. And at the same time, we're now having the 2 side laners rotating back up towards the top. So let's check that one out. But yeah, let's see what else they can do here. Because for now, what else do we have? Limu is zipping around with Tracer. I mean, he's always been an absolutely insane Tracer player here. But we'll see how much of an impact he can actually have in this game right now. So, slowly and steadily, everybody is preparing for the first objective here. All the way at the top, we are already seeing them with another camp that they are about to take. So, the invasion is here as the raiders are coming in. Quality production, guys. So chat distracted me. I'm blaming all of this on Twitch chat, but as you might have noticed, the sides of the teams have also switched. So yeah, there's a lot of confusion going on in the early game. My Twitch chat is at fault. We hit a new hype train goal for the Twitch channel. Surpassed the old one. Didn't even know that that existed, that record existed. Top Twitch streamer here, by the way. But yeah, so I got heavily sidetracked and confused by that, and now we're good to go. All the logos that are supposed to be here are gone. The players are actually on the right side this time, and the first objective is up. All in good time. All in good time. The Raiders have taken the lead in kills. We're looking at objective number 1. So we are pretty much here when it really matters, right? So when it really matters, we're good to go. First big team fight, double camp up at the top. That's already a pretty annoying situation to begin with. It really focuses the attention of the blue team to the defense of that lane, and that allows for a lot of damage down here in the middle. But the initial lead goes to Team Kayak, so the blue team has done a solid job getting the Immortal down to 50%, but the battle is by no means over because they are fighting back as best they can. Hanzo with a pew pew pew, one arrow after another, as Tracer is dancing around the opponent. Another stun thanks to the jet propulsion. They're trying for it. It seems like Team Kayak is going to win the first objective, but it's not going to be that massive lead in hit points that they were hoping for earlier, because Hanzo chunked it down one shot at a time. Triumphant for Liming on level 1. The solo laners are already on their way back down to the bottom of the map. We're now looking also at Thunderburn for Muradin, so it should be the healing static as the level 13 talent choice that he's going to go for. Still, Kayak trying to pressure this. Hanzo will easily chunk those hit points down. That's at least what you can expect here. But there will at least be some value out of this. Nice jet propulsion. Nicely countered too. So Brightwing, Link is able to move back out. The gate is pretty much falling. I mean, they got both of the towers here. Level 7 has kicked in for both teams. And while defense is still raging on, and they're even saving the main gate, Hogga has started to ping-pong around at the bottom of the map and is now starting to maybe claim this one, but Blaze is already here. So, yeah, can't do too much about this since the blue team is moving in. So he's already getting pushed back. They take the camp, but still haven't gotten a single kill. So Team Kayak, they get the first objective, they take 2 towers down, but they have not gotten a kill yet, and they're about to lose another one. This time it is the Fruit Fly that gets eliminated, gets swatted down, and I don't think, yeah, they're gonna lose a few more here. Hogga is dead too. So Hogga is gone, and that is 4 kills to 0 now, so in the kill department they're not looking too good. Limu is rushing around here and trying to do some work. I mean, he's been nibbling at the opponent's hit point pools the entire time. Li Ming with Calamity as her level 7 talent, so can hope for even more easy kills, burst damage, and therefore resets. That's what they're gonna watch out for. And they're even chasing them now at the top. They need a kill. They need something because they're falling behind in experience pretty quickly and around the the second objective. That's bad news because it very easily gets pushed into a realm where you have level 10, your opponent doesn't, and then of course you can snowball the game very quickly. So if Team Kayak tries to avoid this, they have to do something, and getting a few kills themselves would be a good first step. Losing another hero doesn't really help, but thanks to that, there's a lot of space at the bottom of the map that can be used by Team Kayak to now move in and take down the fort here. So, yeah. Good damage. Problem is just simply how far can they go with this. They pushed another minion wave out, so now the minions are going to do some damage. I'm actually surprised that the Raiders are not sending anybody down. Raiders are about to get another kill. Yeah, Tracer follows it up and grabs it. So that's level 10. It's 6 kills to 0. I mean, damn, 6 kills to 0. They got nothing. And the halftime show, they couldn't push anything back. Now, this is, of course, a lot of damage that has been done, but always assuming that they can hold on to the fort at least, this should be pretty rough. Because the Raiders are going to make more than up for this with their Immortal push. This is 100% on the Immortal shield. And they can push in with a level 10 advantage, at least in the first few seconds. And Blaze has already taken the first tower down. That fort is gone. You can kiss that fort goodbye. There is no way to hold this. If Team Kayak hits level 10 and then just coordinates every single ability that they have and get an insanely quick kill, maybe. Nah, even then they have no chance with this. This fort's gone. They gotta worry more about if anything else can be killed here. So here's the level 10 abilities. Gotta be careful of the Thunder Ring, of course. But they are dancing around this quite nicely. Ooh, that jet propulsion didn't really do a whole lot. So Bunker is already out, but of course they're guarding the Immortal, and the shield is still at 30%. So the fort is gone, and they should also be able to break through at least part of the wall down at the bottom, especially if they're getting a kill now. Light bomb engaged, nice shutdown on Diablo. The arrow, oh, the jet propulsion, Thrall, and he saves himself with Sundering for a moment, but he still dies. So Thrall is gone. The barbecue play to zone them even further, and yes, the Immortal is absolutely shellacking the bottom wall and gate. All gone. Even the keep is going to take damage, and we are 8 minutes and 30 seconds in. A little bit more of a wall stun. They're trying to keep them as far away from the Immortal as they can. Zone, zone, zone. Eventually, of course, that bad boy is defeated, but it's 7 kills to 0. And one of the reasons why they were able to take it down in the first place is that the Raiders have moved towards the top and started to attack the top fort as well. So they are just making progress on all lanes right now. And just look at that gap in experience. Only 9 minutes into the game. Big. Absolutely big. Again, they're going for Diablo, but the main tank is fine. Light bomb, triple stun. Hanzo, does he have the arrow? 3 seconds and Hanzo could fire an arrow up. There it is. Where's the arrow when you need it? There it is. Thrall is down. Hashtag not my war chief. We got another kill on Hogga and Muradin has fallen. It's a triple, baby. It's a quad kill. And they want to go for the 5-man team wipe. The entire team is pushed off the map. The Raiders, they're going through Team Kayak like hot butter through cheese. Team Kayak is leaking players, one down after another. So this is keep number 1 destroyed before the 10-minute mark. Absolute, utter domination by the Raiders. The Raiders with the big boy plays right here. 12 kills, 2-0. And they control the entire map at this point, of course. I mean, they just got everything. They are taking the camps right now. Catapults are going to continue to push this. For Team Kayak, it would be important to at least annihilate the bottom fort so that they have a bit of catapult pressure against this. 22,000 damage for Li Ming. We got 32,000 damage for Tracer in the meantime. And another objective is up, but being 2 levels down, being a talent down, definitely doesn't bode well for Team Kayak. But they gotta do something. They can't just simply sit there and take it, so halftime show is nearly over already. There's a camp pushing at the top, so that's another problem. But yep, the party is definitely on. Halftime show victory for Team Kayak, and still no kill for the blue team. They still haven't gotten a single kill. Maybe now? There's the stun and the kill on Li Ming. Barbecue on Hogga. What's on the grill today? It seems like Thrall isn't going to make it either. And that is 3 down, only 2 survivors. Are they going core? I don't think you can go core here, boys. Those death timers are a little bit too low. You can definitely go for the objective, and you can also send somebody topside already to get some damage done there, but core is just a bit too early. The death timers at this point in the game are super, super low. There's absolutely no way that you're taking this. But yeah, they're looking for more kills up here. They're already trying to push this down, but the Immortal is going to be again at nearly 100% of a shield, and that's already bad enough as is. Li Ming is getting absolutely crushed over here. Even Muradin is in trouble again, and yeah, they're just struggling. They're absolutely struggling. This game has to be a bit of a wake-up call for Team Kayak, because I just don't see how they're going to bring this back. They gotta try and steer the ship to victory, but currently things are not going well. They're headed straight for an iceberg, and they're going full Titanic on this one. 15 kills to 0, a 3-level advantage, a talent lead on top of that too. I mean, if that does not end the game, then I don't know what will. That is just brutal. Absolutely rough. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe they can pull off a miracle defense and delay this a little bit more to give themselves a chance, but I just don't see it. Hogga's already coming in. Yeah, Shockwave, Hogga down, Sundering comes through. Immortal is breaking through the structures as everybody is dead or dying. 3 already gone. Muradin is jumping out, and now they're going straight up for keep number 2. That just has to be lights out. Muradin gets chased and killed. That only leaves Thrall, and he is pulling an Anduin and is hiding in the back. So, yep, nothing, nothing to contribute here. Absolutely nothing. He's going to wait for Hogga, he's going to wait for Brightwing, but again, this is all in vain because there is just no saving the day anymore for them. 19 kills to 0. Fantastic first game for the Raiders. They go through Team Kayak like hot butter through cheese as they lock in the W on Battlefield of Eternity. Perfect game, not a single kill against them as we are headed for game number 2 of the best of 5. Okay guys, before we're heading into game number 2, real quickly, we currently have a sponsor and you can help to keep the channel alive and help me to also create more tournaments by simply going into the description of the video, checking the link out. It's a game, it's Call of Dragons, you can download it and simply install the game and start the game. It's all you gotta do, it's super fast. But if you enjoyed the Nations Cup and if you would like to see more tournaments like that, or there's also online tournaments, help me to grow the channel and help me also to set more events up like this. This is one of the best ways to do it. Whenever we have a partnership like that, it's always important that people take a minute out of their day in order to support it here. So again, if you enjoyed the coverage of the Nations Cup, if you want to see my events like this, check out the link in the description. Call of Dragons. Make sure that you download the game, install it, and just play. There's no requirements to play to a certain level or anything like it. Just installing the game and starting it is already more than enough. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, everybody, and enjoy game number 2. Game number 2, Shire. And I promise, guys, this time, yes, they switched sides. So this time it's actually correct. On the left side, we got the Raiders. They have the 1-0 here in the semifinal. They took the lead in the best of 5. We have Sven on Hogger, Gavlo on Tracer, Nano is playing Junkrat, Hunter Orc on Rega, and Uki is playing Murden. On the right side of the map, Team Kayak. They're playing with Master Chips on Blaze, with Torjan on Varian. Good old Varian combo. Jhard on Chromie. Link is playing Anna, so Nano boosted Chromie to blast them. And Arian is playing Maiev. Now, Team Kayak has hopefully woken up now and replaced that decaf with some proper caffeine intake, because they were a little bit sleepy in game number 1. That didn't really go too well for them. Didn't get a single kill, not even one. And the timing here is off too, so... okay, at least they're getting out. The idea here was, of course, to get a kill. They couldn't quite pull that off. But alright, let's see what they can do in the long run here. They definitely need a bit of a win. You need to boost your motivation a little bit after game number 1. I mean, on the other hand, the game 1 was so one-sided that they hopefully are just in the mindset, you know, where they can shake it off, be like, alright, whatever. That completely went off the rails. Let's just ignore it. Focus now, boys, and let's go. Either way, they have to step it up if they want to make it to the grand final. Obviously, the Gallenbanger are already waiting. But who's going to join them? Is it going to be the Vinland Raiders that make it over into the grand final? Or is Team Kayak turning things around here and able to pull ahead? Either way, camp's taken, so teams are just diving around a little bit, going for the Bruisers, going for the Siege Giants, waiting for the Shrines to activate. Of course, when we're talking about Shire, it's full control that you need on the map in order to get anything done here. Chromie down to the bottom of the map, playing around with the Siege Giants a little bit. Chromie, the Schnitzelkind. And here we are. Siege Giants get stolen too. That is not quite the start that you want to have here. Okay, Anna with a bit of a sleep dart, but that's not going to be a problem for Muradin either. Can slow them down a bit, but that's kind of it. All the way up at the top, we are currently looking at a lead of experience too that translates directly into a talent advantage. Sven has to be cautious since he's up against 2, but that also means that there is a numbers advantage on the rest of the map for the Raiders, and they're likely gonna use that. So, as you can see, bit of a poke happening in the middle of the map. Gavlo coming in there nicely. And down here, what do we get? We get Siege Giants starting to take towers down, throwing a few stones, and of course in the middle a gang designed to take Maiev down a notch. Nice Vault of the Wardens though, so able to move away and escape. There is some control from the Raider, so they're already applying pressure early on, and Muradin was sitting in the middle of the map, and if not for Varian here, he would have maybe even been able to get the first objective of the game, sneak in a cheeky Dragonite, but not quite. So what we're seeing instead is everybody angling around the bot lane, and he might have gone a little bit too deep here. So Varian is all out on this one, but Muradin is also taking tons of damage and has to retreat a bit so that his trade can kick in. Went into his level 1 as well, so third win for him. A lot of self-sustain that he can play around with at least. Torjan down at the bottom of the map though. Gets pushed away. Yeah, they might even get a kill here. Junkrat boots him back into the team. Here comes Muradin. Oh, he went deep. Oh, the Blizzard mechanics over there. Damn. Yeah, Varian, race car, and now they have Chromie eliminated too. So what looked like a pretty tense fight turned into a double kill for the Raiders. They get the shrine, and now they can open up the bottom wall too. The lead and experience translated into a talent advantage. Yeah, not too bad. That was pretty good. That was a really nice start for them now. And of course, it looks like they might pick up a Dragon Knight too, because Sven has taken control over the top lane. And therefore, Muradin is in the prime position to get DK #1, which he locks in without any qualms. So now it's going to be the end of the wall in the mid at least, as Junkrat still passes the bot lane a bit. Tracer has to be careful with Varian. But yeah, there's no follow-up. The combo in and of itself is obviously a nano-boosted Chromie later on that follows on the stun from Varian and from Blaze. In an ideal world, you go Taunt into Jet Propulsion and then damage. If they can do that or not, that is a bit of a different story. But yeah, a bit of an ass-kicking for Ana, so Granny gets abused down here as the team is going for not only Chromie, the fake dragon gets eliminated again. But they're also going for the 4. Damn, this is an absolute speedrun. I mean, what's happening here? By now we have 22 kills to 0 if you count both games. The Raiders are showing no mercy. Honestly, there's probably a bet going on the side of the Raiders at this point. Whoever dies first has to buy a keg of beer. Like, the next round is on whoever dies first. And with this many kills and not a single counter kill, I can't really blame them. So, whew. Let's see who is going to be. Muradin is far out, acting as an observer ward over here. They're trying to take this one too. I mean, they got level 10, but that might be too much. Ah, that's the round right here. Alright, so the round is on Muradin. He's the first one to fall. Finally a kill for... You know what? A round of applause for Team Kayak. A round of applause. Well done. It took them 1.5 games, but they finally got a kill. So here we are. They get their first blood, and that happened despite the fact that we had level 10 already for the Raiders. This is actually what motivated Muradin in the first place to be that aggressive, because he thought that he could juke them out a little bit and that they would retreat, but nope, they didn't. So the kill is in, and here's the level 10 abilities. And of course, as mentioned, it's a nano boost. Chromie is going to enjoy that during the fights. But as they are trying to go for Junkrat, the rest of the blue team is up at the top and trying to do their thing. So, currently, can they push for the fort? They just might. Alright. Already some damage done here. That thing is down to half HP. To keep in mind, they destroyed the fort at the bottom of the map already. Well, Varian, who is he going to go for? There's the stun, there's the taunt, nano boost, and Rhaegar is dead. And Muradin is falling as well, so they get a double kill. Team Kayak, nice, I like it. Finally some wind in their sails, as they are getting kills and experience. Good for them. It was about time, wasn't it? Now, with this said and done, down to the bot lane. They could go for the altar right now, could see if they can maybe make a play here. Nano is already trying to, yeah, just play around this a little bit, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's just attempting to poke and see if he can maybe get control over this, which currently is definitely not the case. But with 3 kills to 3, the teams are still even there. And as it happens, J-Hard locks in a Dragon Knight. Everybody is too late. Tracer is too late in the middle of the map. Down at the bottom, Rhaegar and Junkrat were too late. They kill Maiev eventually, but that wasn't enough to prevent the Dragon Knight from happening. So, good move from Team Kayak. The last 2 minutes were pretty successful for them. They picked up a few kills, they picked up a Dragon Knight, and they're looking really good here. Awesome. I like it. Well done by them. Finally, we got a game on our hands. Yeah, level 13 talents is the lead for the Raiders, so they have a small advantage that they can play around with. But what else can they do? We have in the middle still A few of them zoning out Chromie. Chromie is finally a real dragon. Not that fake dragon shit that she always tries to pull where she pretends and tells everybody she's a dragon. We all know she isn't. She's a gnome. No self-respecting dragon takes that form. But now she's a dragon. Look at that. She even has an axe. That's a real dragon right now. Chromie is happy. She's really happy. Finally a real dragon. Awesome. There we go. It took long enough. Nano boosted Blaze, by the way. And Hogger spinning out of control. Kill after kill here. It's another death on the side of the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders getting raided a little bit, aren't they? So, down to the bottom. Tracer, Gavlo with a pleb horse. And another camp about to be claimed by Team Kayak. This Siege Giant camps is where it all started earlier today. This is where they brought it back. So yes, nicely done. Well played by them. Can they go the distance? Can they tie the series? That's the big question here. We got 4 kills on each side. Experience more or less identical. Disc is out. And they're even invading the camp. They're getting it. Earlier it was the blue team trying to steal it away, but now in reality it's Team Kayak that claims it. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. So, Milaiki. Damage output, around level 14, 18,000 for Chromie. 22,000 for Junkrat. And they're making their move now down to the bottom of the map once again. So already we're having a push for the next gate. They themselves, they take some damage up here at the top, but the fort should be fine. But obviously, you want to be in a better position on this one. Yeah, you kind of want to be in a spot right now where your fort is not that low, because this is just easy pickings later on in the game. But as teams are fighting again for position and also soon again for the shrines, considering that they're up again in 20 seconds, we have Yuki completely surrounded here. In the back, it's Anna though that falls to Hogger. And damn, Hogger is slapping. That bunker is saving them for a second, but then Chromie falls. Now they're going for Moyev. They're chasing the entire team down. Everybody's on the run here. Look at Tracer. Gavlo just following this, going for Master Chips. His Varian is also being hit. This is a 5-man. No, they saved Blaze. He's the only survivor with 50 hit points. Damn. Yeah, not bad. Opening up some towers, really playing to their strength. I mean, the Raiders, they had a bit of a moment in this game where it felt like Team Kayak was finally getting ahead and pulling maybe even a victory off, but then it's one team fight at the bot lane that just flips the entire game on its head again. The wall gets opened up, the keep is taking damage. They're not going to stay here for too long, but they did more than enough damage, and of course they also got a Dragonite at the same time. With the objective popping up, there was just absolutely no chance for Team Kayak to do anything about it. So easy control over at the top and middle. They take another fort down. Wow, what a flip. It was 4 kills to 4 and level 14 on both sides, and now they pulled ahead by 2 levels. They have a talent lead over the red team and also are ahead by 4 kills, and they can easily now go down to the bottom of the map and attempt to take the keep down, or at least damage it a little bit. With Sven at the top, it's not really a fair numbers game, at least not right now, but that fort is gone. That's already worth it. Oh no, Blaze has to bunker it up and might still fall here. Hogger is coming in, Dragonite is nearly destroyed, everybody on the run. They're trying to escape here, and it is Maiev that falls first. They are saving Blaze, at least for the time being, but Maiev is gone. Blaze jumps in, Chromie trying to do what she can here. Nano boosted, knocked into a wall. There's the Riptire, waiting for the timeout. That could be the kill, should be the kill, it is the kill. The Chromestar is dead, so is Varian. The Raiders, holy hell. I mean, maybe that's some kind of agreement that they only play with one hand, and then when they started to fall behind, they said like, alright boys, screw this, let's play with both hands. And that just flipped the entire game again. But just look at this. They went from being tied with the opponent's team to absolutely crushing them, slamming them into the ground here. The bot lane is open, 11 kills, 12 kills, 2-4. They open this up and they take the core down. 3-level lead They just flipped the entire game within half a second and then murdered the opposition. It is another victory for the Raiders. They take a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 as we are headed for match point number 1. Match point number 1, everybody. Team Kayak. Yeah, they gotta they gotta find their footing here. It looked really good in game number 2 for a moment, but apparently the Raiders decided that they don't like losing, so they stepped it up a bit, and all of a sudden Kayak was overwhelmed again. Now we have on the left side the blue team, the Raiders, with Sven and Leoric, Hunter Org and Brightwing, Nano and Mephisto, Uki and Diablo, and Gavlo is playing Hanzo. On the right side of the map, though, it is Team Kayak with Master Chips on Blaze. We got Torian on Joanna, Jhard on Tychus, Arian is playing Sylvanas, and Link is playing Anduin. Alright, so it's party time at this point. What can they do? Red team, they gotta win this one. If you want to have a chance to make it to the grand final, then you really gotta buckle down here and gotta win the game. Because this is not looking good. We are currently looking at game number 3, aka match point number 1 for the Raiders. It's a good composition for Team Kayak, though. I mean, I like what they have. The Johanna and Blaze combo is always nice to have at the front. You got Odin for the shrine fights. There's a lot of really cool things with their composition that they could utilize to maybe put a first point on the board. But it's definitely not gonna be easy. But okay, let's see what they can pull off here. A little bit of early game skirmishes. Nothing too fancy just yet, but of course both teams are now looking for first blood here. And yeah, let's see if they can do something about this. Not in the middle of the map. By the way, as mentioned already in one of the breaks a bit earlier, so guys, again, if you want to help support the channel a little bit for free and help us to host more tournaments in the future, partnerships, sponsorships, super important. We currently have one for a few more days with Call of Dragons. It's a free-to-play game. There's a link in the description of the video. If you click the link, download the game, install it, and start it, then that supports the channel directly. It takes 2 minutes, maybe 3 if you have a bad connection, so super easy, and again, it's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. So, perfect opportunity to support the channel a little bit and help us keep things alive with Heroes of the Storm. As you can imagine, it's not really easy to get sponsors for these tournaments or anything, so we really depend on the support there. But if you guys can take a few seconds, maybe while you're watching the game on a second monitor or whatnot, then that would really, really help. So, link is in the description, you can check it out there. Really appreciate it, so thanks a lot. Level 4 for the talent advantage for just a second, so we got the bigger they are against Diablo, trying to burn the big boy down. Sylvanas with Possession. And Leoric, Kneel Peasants. Yeah, looking good there, Leo. Leo is one of the things that I'm still missing in Diablo 4, by the way. Actually, I'm missing a lot of things in Diablo 4. I'm missing filters for my inventory. I'm missing more stash tabs. I'm missing a lot of quality of life features that every single mobile game already has. But one of the things that I'm missing on the story side, and I'm not really a lore guy, is my Skeleton King. So I hope that at some point we're at least gonna get that. But yeah, Blizzard, get on it. I know the technology isn't there yet, but hey, small indie company. Am I right? But yeah. Okay, so either way, with that, we now get the first objective announced. So it's Shrine time, up in the top. Again, as usual, you're trying to go for level 7 if you can, during the first Shrine battle. If you are Team Kayak, you could let this one slide. Oftentimes, teams that have what's his face? That have Tigers in their team, they are willing to let the early one go a bit because they know that with Odin they have just a much better chance to make something happen here. So, yep, there we are. A little bit of a poke by Nano with Mephisto, and he is slightly isolated, but Brightwing is of course helping out, but that means that Diablo now has no assistance, and that is another kill. 2 kills to 0, Team Kayak. Okay, and they lose Sylvanas. Yeah. Still, 2 kills to 1, and they have the early level 7, they got the lead, even with Nano being a pest here. This is not looking too shabby. 4 more and they have the first objective, so you gotta give them that. They are currently doing a great job on the first objective. Did I just curse them? Did I just go full caster curse? No, I didn't. They got it. They got it. Okay, so they have it. With that, the Immortal, the Punisher, can now start jumping in and help out there. But yeah, this would have been a little bit rough if that would have backfired here as well. We have Combat Tactician, so thanks to the level 1, we've pressed the advantage and now went into Combat Tactician. Now, normally when you're going for those two talents, you're stacking within the rhythm on level 4. Makes it much easier for you to get these stacks together and then get real value out of it. But since they're going up against Diablo and want to burn him down quickly, bigger they are, can do a whole lot of work here. Just need Sylvanas or someone else to assist you then afterwards and really take the target down. But they are breaking through this very easily. So this is so far their best showing in this best of 5 series. And they're nearly taking the fort down in the middle of the map with their first push. So I'm gotta appreciate that. A job well done for sure. And they are definitely trying to come back into this. I mean, again, they need to win 3 in a row. That in and of itself is already a really tall order. But one step at the time, right? That's what they gotta do here. That one step at a time language is so annoying for me lately because, again, as I said in one of the videos, I crashed again with the bike and dislocated my shoulder, and therefore I pretty much can't do any sports. I'm cheating a little bit because I'm still doing leg exercises and some lower back exercises and stuff. Being careful, of course, stuff where I can keep my shoulder stable and my arm stable. But I hear this type of language the entire time from people. Nah, you gotta be slow. Nah, you gotta have patience. And I was like, I've been patient for 2 or 3 weeks already. Leave me alone. It's really annoying when you're going from 5 to 6 times a week doing sports to 0 and can't do anything. It is absolutely insane. Drives me mad. Drives me absolutely crazy. So yeah, all of this is like, step by step. Language is just... But unfortunately, it's true. Gotta do what you gotta do. So, either way, we got level 10 on board for the Raiders. They are still ahead in experience a little bit. That arrow is going nowhere, by the way. Whew! That arrow does nothing. My boy is missing. Trying to YOLO an arrow out at level 10 and it just didn't out. Oh, we're going drill. We are going drill, baby. Real man drill deep, as StarCraft 2 told us. And now they're drilling Hanzo. Look at that. Hanzo is gone. Anduin killed him. I mean, honestly, if Anduin would kill me, I would commit honorable Sudoku immediately, because that is just adding insult to injury. Not only did you die, but you also died to... I mean, he's not even a beta. He's a total gamma. He's a delta. That's what Anduin is. For the Alliance! Shut up. Unbelievable. So yeah, Hanzo, shame on you. How can you get killed by a guy that throws light around? Doesn't even use the sword that he has. It just throws light around. There we go. That's how you deal with Anduin. That's how you deal with Anduin. That's it right there. Like, look at Leo. He knows what to do. Diablo and Leo, like, they're going tag team here and they're just crushing him. That's how you do that. So, bam, Tiger's dead too. And the Raiders are back to business. 3 kills, 2-3. As we are slowly headed for objective number 2. Okay, both teams even Steven on experience again, and that gets us going. Yeah. Gavlo with Hanzo using his PhD in PvE. The good thing about the mercenaries is they are basically not fighting back. So, yep, there we go. Easier to defeat. But let's see how this is going to go for them, because right now it is drill time. I can't believe that we're getting the drill. This is so damn good. Combat Tactician over here. Cooldown reduction can burn them down even more. I really thought, like, with that particular build, it's usually stacks. I can understand the impulse to burn Diablo down, but still. Let's go. Top side, off we go. They have... And also, drill on Infernal Shrines. I mean, at this point, Odin. You want Odin here. Like, what are you doing? Where's that drill when you need it? Come on, boys. Drill it up, drill it up. Leo is low, but still alive. And, of course, with now 19 stacks to 11, there's still an advantage for the blue team. But we got Team Kayak still staying afloat here as they're trying to go for the fight. In come the Raiders, trying to sink Team Kayak, but it's Diablo that dies first. 13 to 13. Everybody has their talents. Another Entomb. They're trying to go for the kill. They can't. And there's another drill. Just getting minion value. Psst, psst, psst. Useless. Oh my god. Dibbles with a big dive in the Apocalypse, but they can't get it. Now Torjon is low. Couldn't get the kill though. And here comes Blaze with another stun. Fire, bad, and Marauder. Oh, there's a kill, but Tychus, yeah, he's fine. Alright. Tychus totally fine. They're trying to burn down Leoric now too. And they're going for Sven with a big grenade. We have Leo fall again. We get That's the Stuff. And we have 43,000 damage in total from Tychus. It's the drill, baby. It has to be the drill. I mean, he's been drilling these shrine minions. He's been absolutely drilling them. But yeah, Tychus, top damage dealer in the game regardless. Now he's coming in once again with that Frozen Punisher. That should really help them to take down the fort. They got Sylvanas too, so that's a double whammy to seal the fate of fort number 2 in this one. They already destroyed the middle. Blaze is, by the way, down at the bottom of the map, getting more experience for them. And they're really pulling ahead. I mean, Team Kayak is having their best showing in this series thus far, for sure. So, 8 kills to 3. Starting to even go for the wall at the keep itself. There's the jump, already procced. Okay, they're chasing down Mephisto a little bit, and that wall is opened up pretty much completely. Take the tower down too, no problem here. And look at experience alone. It's level 16. They're gonna have level 16 with this, easy peasy. And can build on that. Tychus is going for the sizzling attacks. And a little bit more damage here. Yeah, gets the grenade in, they take the wall down. The problem really for the Raiders is, of course, not only that Sylvanas pushes are super dangerous right now. Oh, big jump from Diablo. Yeah, that is not looking good. They're losing 2 because of this. Diablo went a little bit too deep. I mean, he chased Sylvanas down. The problem is she was jumping away. So at least they get a kill on Tychus. But as you can tell, that was a bit of a problem. Big arrow! Damn! That was awesome. They just murdered them. 3 down. That was actually pretty cool. That was really, really well done. Love it. Gavlo Beast Mode. But this is actually how all of this started. So, as you can tell here, he comes in, there's Sylvanas, Diablo with a big chase, and then Brightwing comes in and they're losing both. Heavily unfortunate. Okay. Now, all the way up at the top, we got Sven taking over. I love the way that they defended this now. Gavlo with his arrow afterwards, he really sealed the fate of 3 heroes with his plays, and that allowed them to defend the bot lane fort, and it allowed them to close the gap in experience to a huge extent. So now it's 6 kills to 10, 16 to 17. They're back into business. Not quite there yet though. But alright, either way, we have in the middle still a bit of a push happening, and the blue team might have overstepped. Uki needs a heal and he gets it. Turns it around though with the Apocalypse. They're trying to go for a few more kills. Nice stun into the Entomb wall too. But everybody gets out. It's a double layer of defense, honestly. Like, the bunker is there immediately. Jojo helping out the entire time too. First with the Blessed Shield and also with the blind and everything. And now they're getting Mephisto. So it's another kill for Team Kayak. They're really trying to bring this one back. I mean, really. They're really doing the best that they can in this situation, and it is just looking absolutely awesome for them. So yeah, they're looking very, very good with this. We have down at the bottom of the map still some pretty solid plays from Team Kayak, trying to extend that lead in experience by getting a few camps, and probably going to try and use this one also to go straight up for that fort and take it down. Especially if that rotation is delayed from the top, it could work for them. Sylvanas isn't here though, so she can't disable the structure. Is now making her way over, but they're already on it. So they're just soaking some of the damage with Jojo here and the Iron Skin, and that is the end of the bottom fort. So the entire outer ring of defense has now been defeated. The Raiders have lost every single fort. They don't have a fallback option. And interestingly enough, Team Kayak hasn't lost a single fort. They still hold on to all of theirs. Haven't lost anything there. So, yeah. looking pretty good for them. Now, up to the top. We have another camp about to be taken, so they're going for this one as well. 11 kills to 6, 1 level advantage. I mean, in an ideal world, you would try and delay it until you have level 20. Not quite there yet, but still. And, of course, while all of this happens, we now have, in the middle, another attack coming. Shrine is up. This time we're talking Arcane Punisher, and both teams are totally willing to fight for it. Half a level until 20 though. Kayak is probably gonna get pretty annoyed with this. Just imagine them already having Storm Talons here. 59,000 damage for Mephisto. 62,000 for Tychus. The two top damage dealers in the game. Hanzo sitting at... Oh, talking about Hanzo. Yeah, Hanzo's dead. So he's not gonna contribute anything. And he's not gonna pad his stats even a little bit. Hanzo gone, annihilated within seconds. And it seems that Diablo is following. Yes, he is dead too. They got the Punisher. The problem is that this means the keep is gone. If they are rotating in, they might even... I mean, are they going game? 1.5 level advantage. You have a camp. You're going to take the keep down. Your opponent is missing 2 heroes. And you have level 20. They could very well go for the core with the lineup that they're running here. The Punisher in the middle is maybe going to take down their fort, but that's about it. If they get another kill in this one, then they are definitely going to pull this one off. So, yeah, they are checking, but they're playing it safe. Alright, fair enough. Not taking any risks. No YOLO. So, the keep is gone. They might lose the fort. Even if the fort falls, it is not going to be a problem, but they will likely save it. I mean, J-Hart is not doing anything by himself here. Camps are again taken. With level 20, we now got the bob and weave. And he's already doing a little bit of bobbing and a little bit of weaving. So, yep, taking down that Punisher, not a problem. Still control all their forts. This one's a bit low, but it is not going to fall to the Arcane Sentries here. And that means that the Raiders are still in a world of pain. 13 to 6. Yeah, that's the kill count right now. And they're chasing them already. Don't think that jet propulsion can do anything here. Nah, shouldn't be. Leo, top, is pushing this out a bit too. They're really just trying to capitalize on level 20 advantage. And we got another drill. The drill! Look at that drill value. So much drill value. Woo! Drill it up, baby. Okay. Yeah, level 20 is now ready for the Raiders too. So, everybody has their Storm Talents. That gives us the bullseye. And to be fair, this also gives us Entomb. Now, or Buried Alive. So now, with a good ult, Leo can change the outcome here fairly quickly. I mean, that is pretty strong what he can pull off now. So, I'm actually pretty interested to see what he can do with this. Like, what can he actually pull off here? Because with a good Entomb at this point, if you hit 2, problem is of course Anduin. If Anduin is not getting caught, then he can... Well... First of all, Leo has to survive the initial attack. That's number 1. But as I was about to say, he kind of needs to hit Anduin, because Anduin can save whatever target finds itself entombed. Even Blaze can contribute by placing the bunker well outside. So this doesn't look particularly promising right now. 14 to 6. That's where we're at. Take another camp away. I mean, they're really trying to just wait for the next objective. That seems to be the game plan. Wait for the objective, win it. They still have fountains, by the way, at every single lane that they can use to claim the objective. That in and of itself is already insane. 70,000 damage for Tychus, 67,000 damage for Mephisto. And there's nothing to do on the map. There's one camp, and they clearly want to take this around the time the objective spawns. So they're not invading or anything. Yeah, they're just playing this slow, cool, calm, and collected. And of course, with 18 minutes in, catapults actually hurt a little bit. Shouldn't really be a problem here. Especially since Nano is now dealing with it. But eventually, this is going to become problematic also, for example, down at the bottom of the map with the catapult moving in now. So 18 minutes in, that is not the biggest problem that they're going to face, but this tower is very likely now going to fall, so that wall will be opened up. And as the game continues, if the Raiders don't take some structures down soon, then they're definitely going to run into Winion trouble. Those minions are going to be in it to win it. But at the top, that's the most important part, of course. I mean, this fight can literally decide the outcome of the game now, so let's see how they're going to react here. Arrow hits Sylvanas. There's the follow-up, and absolutely no problem. Anduin doesn't get caught. He immediately pulls the target out. Now they are in trouble and might just lose a bit too much here. Keep in mind, they don't have a fountain that they can fall back to, whereas Team Kayak can do this anytime they want. So Sven goes down first. The end of Leoric. The bottom keep is, by the way, taking damage while all of this plays out. But with Leo also falling, this is a bad news for the Raiders. Bottom keep, 50% HP in a second. Is it gonna fall? Not likely. But it's gonna take too much damage, and it is just a good indication of what is about to come, even if they can somehow delay this objective even further. There's a solid lead now for Team Kayak, though. They're already at 18 stacks. Brightwing has to global in. That's the only thing that they can do here. Uki gets immediately burned down again by Tychus. Big problem for him. Here we are. 1 kill, 2 kill. Brightwing and Diablo. They are both dead. And this is trouble, and a lot of it at that. Another stun, another kill. Mephisto is gone. The arrow, yep, not good enough. Sven still trying to escape, and he actually halves back. Hanzo has also fallen. This is the beginning of the end. It seems like Team Kayak is finally in a position where they can bring this series back at least a little bit. With 20 kills to 7 at the 20-minute mark, they're taking a massive advantage. They have another Punisher coming, and they can go for the core now directly, which is pretty much what they're going to do right here. So nicely done, good start, and well, maybe even the beginning of a reverse sweep. Who knows? They're certainly going to try for it. They want to go to the grand final, of course. They want to take the semi-final. The Raiders don't make it easy for them, but what can you do against the drill, right? Go drill, GG. Drill, 100% win rate. Coincidence? I don't think so. Nicely done, well played. Team Kayak putting a point on the board. Very nice performance here in Infernal Shrines as they lock in the W and win their first game in this best-of-5 series at the semi-final of the Division 1 end-of-season tournament. Okay, 4th game, second match point for the Raiders. And they got cheeky again, so they switched sides once more. They're always testing us here, trying to make sure that we're paying attention, but yes, we are. On the left, here on Alterac Pass, we got Team Kayak playing Master Chips on Urel, Arian on Tracer, Jayhard is playing Anubarak, Torjan on Anubarak, sorry. What did I say? Torjan on Anubarak, Junkrat. Jayhard is playing Junkrat, and Link is playing Anduin. On the right side of the map, it's the Raiders with Hunter Orc on Brightwing, Sven on Blaze, Gavlo on Greymane, Nano is playing Genji, and Uki is playing Johanna. Okay. The fact alone that the blue team is playing Anubarak is already interesting. And in case that you haven't seen it yet, I assume that at some point in the past you did, but Anubarak can cheese on this map a little bit. So with Anubarak spawning his beetles, what he can do is, once the objective is up, he can alone move towards the prisoner camp, spawn a couple of beetles and distract the defending minions with them while he channels the camp itself and therefore gets the team elite. So technically he can take the camp completely solo, which no other character really can in the same fashion. It's an interesting, neat little trick that you have to watch out for whenever you're up against an Anubarak player on this one. Has been done by Masquerade a whole lot in the past and even led to Anubarak getting banned on this map over and over again. So yeah, it's a pretty sweet, nice little move that you can do to just put more pressure onto the opponent teams. So, but with that said and done, let's see what else we're going to get here. We have already a stun up against Brightwing down at the bottom of the map. Greymane, of course, also a pretty neat pick here. Can deal with the camps a bit. There's not really too many, but the ones that exist are really important. This one, probably the most important of all. You have to get it as quickly as you can whenever it pops up to dominate the mid lane a bit. And then at the 5-minute mark, we have the bosses spawning, and you can play around those as well. But yeah, either way, Anubarak already with the beetle set up here on level 1, bit of a poke. Battle in the middle, obviously, Arion and Tracer. Team Kayak is probably pretty happy with what happened on the 3rd map. I mean, it was a very nice showing from them. They did a fantastic job winning the 3rd game. And now the only question is if the Raiders can... Well, if they're impressed in any way, shape or form, or if they're just going to be like, alright, whatever, let's just win this one, we're fine, and are not really too much impacted by it. With level 4, we now get the bed of barbs in. But also, again, having the eyes in the dark. And, Eyes in the dark is really a talent description that always confused the hell out of me, and I was like, eyes in the dark, or like, what does that mean? That just sounds fucking stupid. And I never read it as like, you know, like eyes that you can see in the dark, so like from like horror movie style or whatever, you know, to a pair of glowing eyes in the dark. So I never read it as that, and it's just like the context that was missing for me there that made it just such a weird name, where I was like, this just is dumb, like, what is this? What kind of grammar is that? When somebody explained it to me, I was like, wait, what? I was like, okay, fair enough. It's one of those silly things where you just look at something for a while and you just don't get it. Yeah, it was one of those. Most people are probably listening to this and it's like, what is he talking about? And yeah, that's exactly how I felt too, so yeah, it is what it is. Camp is back up, so both teams are going straight forward to try and retake it here. We have the Incinerator Gauntlets, and Brightwing is just spinning around. Disgusting as usual. The Fruit Fly doing Fruit Fly things. And yeah, a little bit of a poke here also from Genji. No Anduin on their side. These times the two are split, so it's no light bomb engage that we'll get with him. Tracer will likely be responsible for that on the side of Team Kayak. Maybe Urel, depending on the situation that plays out. But yeah, time will tell. So already a little bit of a jump straight up in the middle. Link and Jayard are linking up here. Yeah, it's getting late. Well, the jokes are getting worse and worse. I know. So, yeah, that wasn't even a joke. That was just plain bad. But yeah, it is what it is. Leeching Scarabs. Okay. I gotta say, with the jokes, it's also like one of these things, I don't know. Like, what really amused me the other day is now that everybody's talking about the Barbie movie again, somebody posted this old meme. I'm not quite sure. Oh. Yeah, Brightwing is down. That old meme, you know, where you have like a picture of Barbie and then there's like a huge text, wall of text underneath it, and it just basically says, "This is Barbie. Throughout the years she has been the center of much controversy because feminism claims she represents an unrealistic, unhealthy and unfair standard of beauty, leading to a crisis for young girls in their self-esteem." And then next to it you have a big picture and it just says, "This is He-Man." If you've never seen this, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, do yourself a favor, go to Google and Google He-Man and Barbie and just look for pictures. It's one of the best memes ever. I absolutely love that thing. It's just so damn good. He-Man just all buffed up, you know, an unrealistic standard of beauty. This is He-Man. So, there we go. This is exactly that little sneaky play that he made, and again, it doesn't give them too much of a lead, it's 6 seconds only, but it forces them to react to it. So he alone already tied some of their heroes to the bot lane, and that allows others to get into a decent position, maybe take a camp quickly or make a free rotation. Definitely something that you can always do when you have a Nubrak there. You gotta be a little bit careful, of course, that you don't fall into a trap. I'm talking about traps. With the help of Brightwing, they were trying to go for the goat at the top, but Master Chips is fine with Urel. Brightwing came in and tried for the poly. And Anubarak is still lurking in the shadows here, attempting to go for the same play once again. Right. A few more hits are coming now too. Blessed Shield is in. They got level 10 now. Oh, and they nearly got a kill. That was a really nice poly. So Tracer nearly died, but Anduin actually dies. So the kill got a little bit delayed, but they got it after all. And all of a sudden, the Raiders might just be in a spot where they can take objective number 1. Team Kayak got sneaky with an Uberak, but they lost Anduin. And here comes the actual channel. So this is a big opportunity to at least pull ahead on the objective. So let's see if they can actually do this. Now we got Gavlo also topping up his mana pool. They can easily come in now, and if they get the objective, he's gonna play a huge role in trying to take structures down. Greymane on walking form, if you can get him onto a lane, that is just brutal. He's gonna take anything down. Interrupts are happening. They nearly have it, and they go for it. They take them. Raiders incoming. They grab the first objective. Question is simply, can they survive it? And the answer is Genji cannot. Genji is down. And it seems like Jojo might fall too. Does she get the Iron Skin back up? No, but she still has a Blessed Shield. Uses that. Oh, the Iron Skin. They lost Brightwing too. And there it is. Straight to the face. The grenade takes out Jojo. Nicely done. 4 kills to 3 makes the defense on the Raiders a bit easier for sure. But as I said before, if they can get Greymane onto the lane, that would really help. He's actually dodging out on a lot, and now Brightwing is coming back to help them out. Yeah, I'm not so sure. This could still hurt. So the Raiders are definitely going to do some damage. Traditionally, you open the walls up at least, but you of course want to take some forts. And the Finland Raiders, keep in mind, this is their second match point. If they win this here, they go to the grand final and face off against the Geilen Banger. So they are trying to do their thing now, but yeah, the impact is a little bit meh. They took 2 walls out and a gate, that's it. Not really a whole lot. Again, you take it, right? So it's not the best objective. They lost 2 heroes, just as they claimed it. Bit unfortunate, but gotta do what you gotta do. Like, 1 at a time. And yeah, they did okay here. Alright. But with that said and done, we have Greymane now all alone up at the top, so he can burn that wave down pretty quickly. Doesn't really seem like anybody from the blue team is even here. So an early level 13 for Team Kayak. But now Blaze is ready too. Urel is therefore forced to move back up and rotate quickly, which she does. But they can chunk this down a little bit. So, Urel gets a little bit slowed down. Just look at Greymane. Look at how much damage he does. Now, they might have overstayed at welcome a little bit, but he is doing an enormous amount of damage on this. Blaze should still be able to move out. Tracer falls to Genji at the bottom, and the fight down there is not over either. Up at the top, though, they're going for Blaze, and Nubarak is dead too. Damn. They might not have really gotten a big win up at the top, but down at the bottom of the map, they took 2 heroes down. Now they rotate over into the middle, and they can do some more work here. So, the Raiders, 5 kills to 4. They've taken over the kill lead, and they have also a slight lead in levels. So, not too shabby. Especially top side fort is very, very low. And the objective is, of course, coming up again. So now another 16 seconds, and then we're going for objective number 2. Yeah. Second time. In the meantime, mid lane, some additional poke has already happened. And they're already pinging, by the way, camp. So as I said before, super important that you take that camp whenever the opportunity presents itself. And that's exactly what they're going for. Try to apply continuous pressure in the middle of the map. And over here, we already have them slightly behind. And so far, nobody on the side of Team Kayak is actually making a move. And I am lying. J-Hard is on the way. So, job well done. So he's already moving in, trying to claim this one. Maybe an opportunity for the Raiders to get ahead on the objective, or at least threaten it a little bit. There's not a single fort that has been taken out yet, so both of the teams are still a bit slow on this. Bosses have, of course, been up for nearly 5 minutes now, but nobody has made a serious move for either of them. That, on the other hand, could be the end of Tracer, and it is the end of Tracer. So Tracer gets killed. That's kill number 6 for the Raiders. They're very close to level 16 now, and this should also be the first fort that gets destroyed in this game. Very nice rotation and a beautiful kill that allows him to take the structure out. So bottom fort has been obliterated. Middle of the map, they are starting to poke a bit further. And as all of this plays out, top is still super low. Master Chips is forced to stay here and try and defend it. But that rotation is going to happen sooner rather than later. And now that Junkrat has been killed, it seems like momentum has definitely taken a turn. Team Kayak is struggling. They are definitely having problems getting a proper foothold now, and momentum in the hands of the Raiders is looking better and better. They're going to try and turn that small snowball into an avalanche as they're aiming for another structure topside. And of course, while all of this plays out, they're also going for the objective. They're channeling the camp and are trying to free the prisoners again. And since the blue team doesn't even have 5 players on the map, you can guess how this is going to go. At least to get level 16, right? So they have Epic Enter, so that Nubarak can epically enter the opponent's backline in team fights. And, well, with that, we are going to see maybe a battle for this camp. Probably not. I mean, Junkrat is here now, but they're a bit late to the party. Another 10 seconds left. They're not even trying to go for the channel. They're trying to go for kills instead. And if they can get those, they can at least limit the damage a little bit. Stop the bleeding, so to say. They're trying for Uki, and oh boy, Jojo. No chance. So they need to get out of here quickly, and that's what they're doing. But it's another set of Raiders that are now headed the way of Team Kayak. 2 forts are gone. How much can they get, though? The fort in the middle should be low-hanging fruit. I do not think that there is a world in which they do not destroy this one. Don't think that that is a thing. But there it is. We get the kill against the Nubarak, and honestly, that was perfect. Now it's a 4 versus 4, and Jojo is back in 15 seconds. So that was really bad for Team Kayak. Losing a Nubarak in that situation is an absolute disaster. That is real trouble brewing. So this is gonna hurt. Now it's gonna hurt. Initially it looked like with a 5 versus 4 advantage they might be able to defend easily. Now it's a completely different ball game. They're losing ground, they're being pushed back. Inubara can't zone at the front, they gotta rely on Irel alone. But this is already a gate in the mid lane destroyed after the fort has fallen. Now they can rotate towards the top or the bottom and just like deal with the remaining Raiders here. And to make matters worse, Jojo is back. Jojo is now here. And Ubarak too, but this is still a problem. Is the keep gonna fall? No, not really. But they're opening everything up. There's the Blessed Shield. They might get another kill. Urel with the ult. The bunker is up too. They're trying to damage the keep at least a little bit. There's the light bomb engaged into the back line. Nice. But Urel is in real danger. Needs to get away and does. Riptire takes Brightwing out. Trashwing is gone, and Genji needs healing, and he needs it pretty quickly. I don't think that he has a deflect for... Gavlo! Genji is gone, but well, so is Tracer. Gavlo is going full beast mode on her, and drops Tracer with a quick go for the throat. Nicely done. So up at the top, the counter attempt to go for structures. It's blow for blow right now. Both of these teams are just going for it. Anduin is doing what he does best. He's running away. I'm just not sure if he's running away fast enough. He just might. But now that Sven is coming in from the side and slows him down a little bit, I think he's in trouble. Here comes Greymane, and that is the end of the pretty boy. Goodbye, Anduin. Blessed Shield, and Anubarak gets... Nah, he actually escapes? What? No, he doesn't. Gavlo is crushing it now. Gavlo is absolutely crushing it at this point. He is just everywhere, ripping them apart piece by piece. Went for the Hunter's Blunderbuss now on level 20, since level 20 Storm Talents have now been activated for the Raiders. They go for the boss at the top, and well, the prisoner camp is also popping up again in 5 more seconds, so whew. Seems like the Raiders want to go to the grand final. What do you think? Yeah, seems like they're going to try and pull this one off. This is getting real spicy here. 7 kills to 11. Level 20 is in. Big push up at the top as they are now going for it. And yep, that is not looking good for the top side keep. Nope, not even a little bit. This one is going to struggle. I mean, the keep is definitely gone. I don't think that they can go for the core. Most of the time you wait until you have 2 keeps destroyed. It's a question of how many armor shields are still there. We've seen this in the series that the guy in Benga played, I believe, in the quarterfinal, where even they struggled with only one armor, with only one armor shield missing. You kind of got to take away a little bit more than that. Anduin was taken out too, so yeah, it's once again a 4 versus 5, but at least they got level 20. Okay, scratch that, it's a 5 versus 3. And in comes Genji. Another objective. The boss, again, this is obviously going to heal up. But holy hell. 50,000 damage from Genji, and we now got 46,000 damage from Tracer. Again, they're moving in deep, and they are trying to go for the backline. This is a shitty fight for Team Kayak, but they gotta take it. They figure that they have to at least try to delay them, because if the prisoner camp is claimed, then the objective enters the map once again, for the 3rd time in a row, by the way, for the Raiders. Then they know that they are in real trouble. So, yeah, camp is being pinged, you know. There's still a camp on the map, guys. We can't end yet. I don't think that anybody's gonna take this anytime soon. And instead it's a little bit more likely that they... Yeah, nice job, boys. Really? I don't think they needed to delay that, but alright, so here we go. We have to go for it again. But just look at these pushes that are coming in now for the structures. The boss at the bot lane, they took it and came in. Now they go for the Raiders. They have a camp in the middle. But Blaze gets taken down. That's the problem when you fuck around for too long. So, yeah, the boss at the bottom of the map might take the keep down. As damage in the middle, Raiders are coming too, but it's a 5 versus 4 now. But I think they're gonna get that kill, aren't they? Oh, Cocoon, nice. That might just save Junkrat, okay. Alright, it doesn't save the bottom keep though. Bottom keep against the boss, the keep is gonna lose. So that's the second armor shield removed, and now that they're also going for the middle, this should still be the finishing blow. I mean, seriously. Even with a 4 versus 5, how are you defending this? And the answer is, you just don't. The hits, they keep coming. They're trying to come in quickly for the kill. Already another hit, and yep, that is the last armor shield removed in just a moment. The Raiders alone are already doing the job here. Tracer is low. Whenever Greymane gets close, she's dead, and they know it too. The core is losing hit points, and around this time it's losing it quickly, simply because there's no armor shields left. So yeah, you can't save this any longer. Nicely done by the Raiders. A well-deserved victory as they make it to the grand final of this end-of-season tournament. Nicely done, well played, and that is game. GG, well played as the Raiders lock in the W on Alterac Pass.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.